Right. So in the last video, we obtained an equation for the displacement of a particle in simple harmonic motion. So now we have three equations. First equation for acceleration, second for velocity, third for the displacement. So what is left is an equation for time. So time it's a bit different for this motion because we can look at a time called periodic time. So what is periodic time? That means these types of motion, what happens, it oscillates. It always goes to the same point, right? It oscillates uh, about a point called center, but it always, if we look at a special point, right? So suppose if you look at a point somewhere here, then the particle will always come back to that point. So during the motion at a specific time. So what is a period of time? Period of time is called, suppose this is at A. Now if the particle is at a point somewhere here, suppose this is P, then let's take that the particle is moving in this direction at this moment. So what happens is that it will move like this, then turn around. I'm going to put arrows here. Then move towards zero with acceleration. So it will acquire the maximum velocity at this point. Then moves away from zero again. So when it starts moving away from zero, it decelerates and it comes to rest at the amplitude, then turn around, right? Then turn around and again come back. So when it comes back to this point, we call it a cycle. So it has completed a cycle. So the time it takes to complete this cycle is called the periodic time. The time it takes to complete a cycle is called the periodic time, and the equation for that is given by 2 pi divided by omega. So what is omega? We obtain this omega from the characteristic equation. If you know omega, then you can find the periodic time of the oscillation, right? Now we can summarize the motion of a particle that is in simple harmonic motion. So first we find the acceleration. Acceleration is given by the characteristic equation x double dot equals minus omega squared x. This tells you about the acceleration of the particle. And the velocity can be obtained by v squared equals omega squared a squared minus x squared. So omega squared is the amplitude. So in certain examples, you're going to have to find a first. Then maybe you will be asked to find what is the maximum velocity. So if you want to find the maximum velocity, you need to find a first. Right. Then what is the displacement? Displacement is given by a sine omega t plus c. This is a general case, regardless of where you start. And there's another equation that you can use. Let me just this. There are two equations, x equal c sine omega t plus b cos omega t. It's another equation. So you know that you can convert this type of equation back to this one using trigonometry. So we have learned these steps. So finally, you have a periodic time. So periodic time is defined as 2 pi over omega. Right. Next, we'll look at some simple examples where we can find maybe velocity or acceleration, displacement of time when certain data are given. Thank you.